Please welcome Tracy Dolan.
Happy almost New Year, everybody. There's no place I'd rather be than here tonight. No place. So I'm feeling a little guilty about being here tonight, you guys. Because this morning, my oldest daughter, my 10-year-old, woke up and she had a terrible stomach bug. She's been going back and forth between her bedroom and the bathroom all day. And just before I left this evening, she called out to her father. She said, "Daddy, can I ask you a question?" So he came into her bedroom and he held her hand and he said, "What is it, sweetie?" And she said, "Do you think a lot of people want to have sex with Taylor Swift?" So we're doing a pretty good job, I think. So I actually have two daughters. I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they're like night and day. My 8-year-old is wild. She doesn't want any rules constraining her. But my 10-year-old, she likes order and structure. What she's really looking for is a set of guiding principles by which to live her life. And she's recently been disappointed to learn that my husband and I appear to be incapable of providing said principles. So she's looking for other role models, you know? She's gotten into religion, she's reading the Bible. She prays to God now almost every day. And it's hard. Because every couple of weeks we have to remind her there is no God. And she cries a little when we tell her about it. Not a lot. Not like she cries when we tell her she should be thin like her sister. You should see the waterworks then. If any of you are looking for parenting advice, I am available after the show. It's free, so that's good. So I am so loving that we have a comedy club in Vermont now. This is amazing. It's only been open for about 5 weeks. I actually performed here on opening night because there was a comedy contest. Spoiler alert, I didn't win. And it's okay, like I'm pretty cool with losing. I'm Canadian, so it runs in our veins, you know? Have you guys ever watched like a Canadian network covering the Olympics? You know, like after some sort of relay sport, and they first talk to like the American relay team that came in second, and they're like, "Oh, we just didn't run the right race. Fuck." And then they pan over to the Canadian team, and they're like, "We came in 9th. We're thrilled. We're just happy to be here, Bob." So I was feeling okay. You know, when I got to the finals, I didn't place, but I thought, whatever. You know, I'm cool with losing. So it was kind of surprising when later that night I found myself at the McDonald's drive-in. So I do actually have a home filled with good food, but I found myself at the McDonald's drive-in ordering a double cheeseburger, large fries, and a large Coke, and then sitting in the parking lot eating that by myself in my 2001 Toyota Corolla that is missing one hubcap. I would have supersized it, but we have an obesity epidemic, so I can't think so long. All the while telling myself, I am totally fine that I didn't win that contest. So I went home, I went to sleep to just let the nutrients seep in a little bit. And then I woke up in the morning and my 8-year-old runs in, Sandy, she runs in and she's like, "Mommy, did you win?" I said, "No." And so then she jumps up on top of me, her face is like this far from me, and she says, "Did you come in second?" I said, "No." "Did you come in third?" And I'm like, holy shit, are we seriously doing this right now? "Did you come in fourth?" "No." "Did you come in fifth?" "No." And then she just kind of leans back and just looks at me up and down, just taking in the total failure that is her mother. And then she calls out to her older sister, she says, "Chloe, money lost." Completely. So that's what I am, the complete loser. So holidays, lots of relatives visiting, which can be sometimes fun and sometimes not. Who are we kidding, right? And so I've got relatives visiting right now. My sister-in-law Allison here. She's here visiting, and she is pregnant. She's going to have a baby in a couple of months. She's really excited. So she was telling me all about her plans. She's going to have a midwife come to her home, and they're going to have a home birth. And as she's telling me about it, I start to realize it sounds like she's trying to convince me that this is a good idea. And I said, whoa, Allison, you don't have to convince me. I think home births are amazing. My favorite part of babies being delivered at home is when they live. It's so sweet when that happens. So good luck to her, just wonderful. Now you know the ugly place it is my soul. I feel like we have a connection now. So at work in the last couple of weeks, we've been reviewing our security protocols, and we have a card that was developed by the Vermont State Police on how to handle it if somebody calls them with a bomb threat. So on the front of the card is the questions you're supposed to ask them. Here's some of the questions, I swear to God. The first question you're supposed to be asking, the kind of would-be bomber is, where exactly is the bomb? Second question, what does it look like? And third question, what is your name? Then you flip over the card and you're supposed to note what kind of context clues you're getting, like background noises. So they list music, traffic, and my personal favorite, crockery. Like kitchenware, like, mixing bowls and Pyrex. Like maybe the bomber, while he's calling you the threat, also decided to make a tuna casserole or something like that. Sir, are you making a tuna casserole? No, is it lasagna? Ah, you got me. I feel like if a bomber was going to answer any of those questions, he should probably go back to bomb school. So you guys should rest assured we are totally safe with those protocols in place. There's probably nothing ever going to happen to us. My husband and I recently celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. And we went out and we bought cards for each other. And I gotta be honest, we weren't at the highest point of our marriage, and so it was tricky finding cards that really reflected how we were feeling at that time. I went to the card store, and all the cards had words like love and darling and love. So I finally found a card that had a picture of a goat on the front, and I thought that's a good start. And I opened up the card and it said, hi. That's all it said. And I thought, that's a message I can get behind. So then I went to sign the card. Best wishes, Tracy Dolan. So we've decided what we need is more realistic cards for real relationships. So we've got some ideas. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. For my precious wife on our 10th anniversary, if you didn't talk so much, I would drink less. Happy anniversary. Only the men are clapping, but that's okay. To my darling husband on our 10th anniversary, if you mowed the lawn regularly, I wouldn't mind giving you oral sex. Happy anniversary. Oh, you all have so much to talk about on the ride home, don't you? So I'm actually a woman in my mid-40s living in Vermont, moderately well-educated, and it might surprise you that I am not in a book club. It's not that I don't want to be in a book club, it's just that apparently nobody else wants me to be in their book club. So last year, for the first time, I finally got invited. I was so excited. I went out, I bought the book, I read it twice. I put post-it notes in all the parts of the book that I thought would be right for intellectual discussion. And then I went to the first couple of meetings, things went well. And then I get a letter in the mail from the book club president asking me to please not return to the book club. I didn't know what was wrong, so I called up El Presidente. And I said, what happened? And she said, well, you insulted another member of the book club. So here's what happened. So another woman in the book club, let's just give her some random identity like Janice Krasinowski, who lives on Snowflake Drive in Jericho. So Janice came to the same meetings that I did, but instead of talking about the book, all she talked about was all the sex she was having and all the men she was having it with. And all I said, I swear to God, all I said was, wow, Janice, it's amazing what you've been able to accomplish with just the one vagina.